A short-lived but embarrassing disruption to the Olympic torch lighting ceremony. 3 protesters belonging to the group Reporters Without Borders evaded police and ran into the field at ancient Olympia as the head of the Beijing organizing committee spoke. One held a flag showing the Olympic rings as handcuffs. Another tried to grab the microphone. All 3 were quickly detained. On a statement on its website, Reporters Without Borders said, "We cannot let the Chinese government seize the Olympic flame, a symbol of peace, without denouncing the dramatic situation of human rights in the country." The ceremony continued, and the torch was lit by the rays of the evening sun at the beginning of its journey to Beijing. The president of the International Olympic Committee said the attempt to disrupt the event was sad and insisted he was discussing human rights with the Chinese.
The IOC is engaged into what I call a silent diplomacy with Chinese authorities since day one.
There were more protests to come. Soon after the ceremony, several exiled Tibetans covered themselves in red paint, a symbolic protest against China's crackdown on recent demonstrations in their homeland.
Stop killing in Tibet!
The deaths and detentions in Tibet are sparking protests from ancient Greece to London and other cities, as well as calls for a boycott of the Olympics. The IOC says such demands are not credible.
I believe that the Games have advanced the agenda of the human rights.
The Chinese authorities say there will be strict security in place when the torch travels through Tibet on its way to Mount Everest, but there will be plenty of opportunities for protests along the torch relay's 85,000-mile journey, one of the longest in history. If there is another security breach, how you see it reported may depend on where you live. On the live broadcast out of Greece, here on the left, well, the cameras cut away from the demonstrations just a few seconds too late. And on Chinese-run television, here on the right, well, they didn't show the protest. They didn't even mention the demonstrations at all. Alfonso Van Marsh, CNN, London.